Hey everyone, Skull902 here. After another video idea didn't really pan out, I began thinking about what I could cover for some much needed filler content. Then it hit me. Sonic's 30th anniversary is, of course, this year, so why not discuss some of the things I hope we can get for the next major game in the series? There's a few categories I'd like to cover, with ideas for each of them, so let's dive right in. For the gameplay style, I think it's about high time for a return to the adventure formula. I know Sega was pretty apprehensive to going back to it after the disastrous results of 06's development, but there are clearly identifiable reasons as for why that went wrong, and plus, it's been 15 years now. Good God, it's been 15 years. In my opinion, a change like this would be welcome. Seems like most of the fans want a game where Sonic's friends are more of an active part of the goings-on, so why not? It not only gives them something to do, but I think you can implement some interesting game ideas. Like, why not have Sonic, Amy, and Shadow play like the typical speedy Sonic Adventure-style platforming levels, but have them represent different difficulties, with Amy as the easy mode where she has Sonic spin attacks in addition to the hammer, Sonic being a standard difficulty with the base moveset we're familiar with, plus a 3D drop dash might be fun to play with, and Shadow being the hard mode that throws tough enemies and platforming challenges at you. For another example, the treasure hunting stages. If you have a radar system and more confined levels similar to SA1, you've got something that can be pretty enjoyable. Stick with the standard objective for Knuckles, but since Rouge is a spy, you can incorporate some stealth elements. Tails is a pretty interesting character since he can do a lot of stuff. If you want something familiar, he could be doing what he did in either of the adventure games, or maybe having a couple rail shooter stages in the vein of Star Fox. As for other ideas, bringing back the Chow Garden and its associated minigames would be awesome, as well as a fishing minigame with Big. Yes, I'm serious. His SA1 levels I think are actually pretty good and could be a fun side thing. There were some other ideas for other characters I've thought up over the years as well, but to prevent this from becoming a full-on filibuster, I'll leave it where I'm at now. Okay, so I think this one's pretty simple. If it's going back to an adventure-style gameplay structure, there needs to be a big story to tie things in together. Can't have the Saturday morning cartoon vibe of Colors, Generations, and Lost World, but also don't overdo it like Shadow enforces. I always point to Sonic Unleashed as the perfect example of storytelling in the franchise, something grounded where the serious moments feel believable, but can also be lighthearted and fun when it needs to be. Do something like that well and we have a winner. First things first, alternate outfits. It may only amount to some graphical flavor, but it's such a good idea to have options, you know? Forces did pretty alright in that regard with the Rookie, but this would need to be expanded. Have options for every playable character, and instead of one item having 3 slots with different colors, let the one item have a customizable set of colors to work with. You could do all sorts of cool things with alternate outfits, like a few of the other games have. Baseball Sonic, Ninja Rouge, fucking Santa Big? You're missing out on a golden opportunity. And if the aesthetic isn't enough, maybe have it be like Crash 4 where a character's different costumes enhance their abilities or give them new ones. Say if Amy has a double jump instead of the homing attack by default, give Gothic Amy a triple jump. It's a fun idea I'm surprised the series hasn't done more often. Plus, it's easy DLC. Speaking of which, bringing DLC levels back would be great. Whether it just be level packs like Unleashed or, preferably, story modes featuring new stages for characters already in the game or ones that weren't, it'd be a blast to have that kind of extra content to hold people over between games because, let me tell you, having a whole lot of nothing between new titles gets kinda boring after a while. Aside from that and the earlier statement about minigames, I think things like an open world level, sound tests, some behind the scenes things like concept art, and perhaps even unlockable emulations of past Sonic titles or demos for other Sega games would all make for great options. I think that just about sums it up. Obviously, especially if the game's coming out this year, a lot of this stuff probably isn't gonna come to fruition, but a man can dream, damn it. These are the kind of things I'd like to see in a 3D Sonic game, and if any of it happens, cool. But I know there are other good ideas out there too. We'll just have to wait and see for an official announcement to really know what we're gonna get. Until then, I've been Skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.